You can't see it, but I'm saluting you.
Yeah, I'm definitely, definitely saluting you. Just double check all my. There we go. Audio issues. What up, anybody who's watching? I saw Savage Air Guns. I love that name. It's an amazing name, Savage. How you doing? Let's see. Let me move a few things around. Okay. For one, hello and welcome. As I'm getting older, I am realizing that we are. I don't know. Maybe it's more and more conspiracy theories. I don't know. I swear, people are getting more and more like just indoctrinated one way or the other. Like they're just fine. They're walking around just thinking, oh, everything's fine. They don't see what I see. I see it. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one. But there's a few reasons I'm trying to get out of Arizona right now. One of them is that, well, if you've seen the southern border of Arizona, it's not really great right now, you know. And I'm all for people who want asylum. Little kids want to have a better education, but these are not your, well, I don't know. I don't know. So there's a lot going on right now. You got to be careful. You just got to be careful with everything. Not a lot just going Christmas here. Nice. East Coast. Yeah, I got to be careful. No, I'm just, there's a lot going on in the world right now. I think that people forget to critically think. Like remember what you were taught. At least people my age, right? Remember, at least for me, I was told to question everything. So, just for an example, like when I watch the news or like okay, I'm going to educate myself on what's going on right now. I'll watch CNN. I'll watch MSNBC. I'll watch Fox, but I'll watch them all. Right? I have my favorite Democratic. Well, there's this one guy. I don't know his name. I haven't watched. I guess I haven't watched him enough to know his name. But oh man, he's just he's just hilariously like hates Trump. Um, but I'll watch it. Right. Well, first of all, you wouldn't even know half the shit that's going on in the Trump trials if you didn't watch CNN or MSNBC because Fox don't cover it, especially if it ain't going, their way or their narrative, right? So you have to kind of, at least in my opinion, it's just my opinion. I think you should look around. I think you should watch all the news sources and not just one. How hard is that? How hard is it for people to do their own homework anymore nowadays? Right? That's the question. I'm not telling you where to get your news, but I'm saying you should definitely spread that out, in my opinion. And you shouldn't just trust one or two sources. Get the whole picture on what's going on. Just the other day, and I might even still have it on my phone. I'm on my phone and I swiped left. And I don't know if you have a Google, what do you call it? Android phone or not, but on Android phones, if you scroll left, you'll get these little news articles. And I got this little news article over here about how they could see this big blue beam from outer space. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I showed Nugs, and she's like, yeah, that's Project Bluebeam. So I was like, okay, I know a little bit about that, but let me look into that. So I re-looked into it. Oh, I'll tell you what, I don't know anything about any of that. But it was on my phone. Like, legit, on my Android phone. I'm scrolling right now, hoping I could find it. And it wasn't anything other than this big giant blue beam that was seen from outer space coming from the Earth. Like, okay, what's that? Yeah. Let's ask some questions. Let's ask some questions. Well, you guys are lighting me up. Okay, hold up. Hold up, Savage. Hold up, Savage. Not a lot. Just get kids down for Christmas. Saw that 4 kids, 13-year-olds down to 5-year-olds. Yeah. Every time they call it a conspiracy theory, it's true. Wow. Wow, that's a lot of kids. It is. come to Ohio. They ship them here. Then it gets cold, snowstorms, and negative degrees, and they all leave and go way south. Yeah, as I said, I am worried about certain. I mean, if you look at what happened on October 7th, and then you see what's going on in my state and in a few others, I can't help but be a little concerned for myself. Y'all can figure that on your own. I suggest that you look into it. Highly suggest it. Texas hasn't been red in years. Yeah, I'm not going to Texas. I'm actually moving to southern Indiana, most likely. That'll be fun. FYI, if you don't see me for a while, definitely check out my Discord. I think that I don't know if I have a link to it. There's probably one on my YouTube page or something to that effect. A little bit of an update personally. My debt, well, at least the big one, the $4,000 one, pretty much is paid off, and so the last amount I owe is $600 on my debt. So I guess as soon as that clears, because I just paid it like a week ago, it's got to take a little bit of time to affect my credit, I would imagine. But at some point, pretty soon, I need to get me a credit card and start paying bills with it and getting my credit up. I do think that things are going down. Like, I do watch a lot of different news programs, right? And the blue beam that I saw on my phone sparked an interest in a lot of news programs. And I'm also, I think I'm a pretty decent Christian. I'm definitely not perfect. I have my flaws, but I believe, and I believe in the Bible. I was raised in a religion, and it's the Seventh-day Adventist, right? Seventh day, I mean we go to church on the seventh day. An Adventist meaning that we are an Advent, which is looking forward to the second coming. That we believe in the second coming, not in like a rapture, a secret rapture. We believe in an actual second coming of Jesus, right? Well, when I was a kid, it was a lot different, man. It was a lot different. Super strict. A lot of the people that were in that religion were vegetarians. My family ate meat. We were Badventist. I'm still a Badventist, I guess. But now I guess I'm a different kind of Badventist. You know what I mean? I'm like old school. I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite now. Because I'm all about loving people, right? Like, you want to love people for who they are because God loves them. I'm all about that. But you want to encourage people to do things that are against God's law, which is clearly in the Bible. As a religion who preach that if it's not in the Bible, we don't follow it. And we only follow the things in the Bible. And in the end, we're going to be the final church. Oh, they were always talking about how they were going to be the final church because they follow God's law. And I posted a thing on Facebook. And just a thing of, hey, this just happened. What do you guys think? And the responses that I got were absolutely horrific. And I'm realizing that I mean, I kind of knew it, I guess, but it's just more like more nails in the coffin, I guess. I'm like, wow, just wow, it's sad. It's really, really sad. How am I now the the one who is still, seeing it the way it used to be? Yeah, thanks for checking on my own saliva. What? South Indiana is a good spot. I think it will be. It's kind of close to my daughter. My daughter right now currently lives in Wisconsin. My mother lives in Kentucky. A really good friend of mine. A really good friend of mine. I'm not gonna tell you who exactly, but you probably know who he is. Lives in southern Indiana. And of course I have some friends in Texas, and Nugs has some family in Texas. A real has some family in Texas. So friends and family in Texas, family and friends in Indiana, because she does also have some family in Indiana. I have family in Kentucky, and Wisconsin. So it's more central. And we're actually hoping to be like snowbirds and still have like a space here. So I'm also thinking about having like some sort of a podcast, but I would have to write down topics. And I'm thinking about real talk. There's a few things that I would like to talk about. Things like real talk. Like, do you believe in the Bible? Do you believe? Like a lot of people like just like reading the red text, which is Jesus's talk speech, right? But did you know that Jesus has an opinion on certain things that are hot button topics today? Like things that I could get in trouble if I talk about? Jesus, he talked about it. He had opinions about it. Why is it like? And also, I had a question on Facebook that I posted. Okay, because a lot of the miracles that Jesus performed and his followers were driving demons out of people. Okay, first of all, do you believe in demon possession, past or present, and more specifically present? Like, is it still happening to this day? You don't have to get into great crazy detail. Like, obviously, I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But it's one of these, think about it kind of questions. Ask yourself that question biblically. If it was so prevalent back in his time,
It's probably just as prevalent
I don't
now.
know. I don't want to answer to that. That's for everybody else to answer. By the way, you guys look fantastic. Oh, thank you very much. Weight loss, dude. I feel like I feel I'm saggy. But thank you very much, Savage. I appreciate it. I almost want to turn on the text to speech bot, but then it freaks everybody out. Nah, glad to see you again. Miss you too with the Irish. Yeah, you know what? Me and Irish, we might think about doing something. As I said, like I could set up a podcast very easy. We could easily put this over on StreamYard, and then y'all could come in and talk with me. I try to get people to come in with Discord, because literally I could be in Discord right now and just bring in people one at a time, video or not video, and it's so much easier for me. But nobody wants to do Discord. Y'all bunch of old bastards that don't want to get on the Discord train. It's frustrating. I get it though. I get it. But I would love to talk about some real shit. Biblical things that I'm interested in. Of course, you got to be careful nowadays, and I want to try. I don't want to get in trouble. But some thought-provoking things, like demon possession. That's and some of the falsities that we see. I seen these drones. Oh, it was a drone show. It was a World Guinness Book World Record of the Nutcracker done on drones. Right? It was a multitude, hundreds and thousands. I don't know if it was hundreds of thousands, but it was at least hundreds of drones, right? And all controlled by only a few people. First of all, I saw a news article that people could put like fentanyl or something on that. I don't know. But if that's the case, that's scary to think about. Second of all, I don't know. There's a lot of rabbit holes you can go down. Laws were made. Old Testament was brutal and straight. Yeah, it was. Well, there's some laws in the Old Testament that were done away with, right? Most of them were the ceremonial ones. I would say like circumcision, things like that, died at the cross, right? You could say that the new covenant was you didn't have to slaughter lambs anymore in order to, be forgiven for your sins. You didn't have to circumcise your kids with your priest's teeth. You didn't have to bite that off. I don't know. I know it is gross, right? But That shit happened, you know. So those are old laws. A lot of people will equate it to the seventh day Sabbath, but it's the only commandment in the Ten Commandments that people refer to when it comes to that usually. Because if you go through the other 9 commandments, you'll be, just ask yourself, well, do you think it's still okay to kill people? I mean, thou shalt not kill is right there in the 10 Commandments too. You know, is that one done away with? How about honor your father and mother? Is that one done with? Thou shalt not steal. How about that one? Covet, all that stuff. Well, everybody thinks that all those are no, those weren't done away with. Those are still moral laws. Well, it's just the one. It's just the one about going to church on Saturday because now we go to church on Sunday, dude. That was implemented by a pope or a person in charge to get the non-believers to come in because they were already worshiping on Sunday. Look it up. Do your own research on that, obviously, but Jesus, after he was resurrected, went to Sabbath, went to church on Sabbath, still worshipped on Sabbath. In fact, when he died on a Friday night, rested on Sabbath, and was raised on Sunday. So he still rested in the Sabbath, even in death. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot in there, but you have to be willing to look it up and do your own research. And don't just think that you already know it. All right. Oh, I already know that. I already looked that up 20 years ago. Really? It's been that long since you looked into that? You should re-look into it. It's exciting stuff. This stuff is happening right now. People at my church, anyway, they're like la-di-da with and going on like nothing's going on. Dude, I'm looking at what's going on at the border. I'm looking at what's going on in the Middle East. I'm looking at my Bible. I'm looking. I remember what I was taught back in the day. And I remember what to look out for. And if you're reading your Bible, you should be looking out for it too. And I don't know about anybody else, but I don't think we have much longer to go before Jesus decides to come back. I mean, I'm not going to be making like mad predictions or nothing, but just look at the state of the world, the division on both sides, the election that's coming up on both sides. People are very animated on both sides. I'm watching Broken Patriot just hooting and hollering over that. I guess Trump got some legal battle in Colorado today. I don't know. But Trump ain't going to save nobody, even if he gets elected. And if he don't get elected, it ain't going to be good either. And if Biden gets elected, I don't know if it's going to be good. And if he don't get elected, I don't think it's going to be good no matter what. I think that this election season is scary as hell. I think you need to prepare for yourself for unrest. I think there might be unrest on either side. I don't know which side. I just know that either side are very upset right now. And as someone who is hoping that everybody can just get along and hoping that I'm not right, I would suggest that you prepare. Especially with like electricity. That's one thing that's been on my mind lately is getting a generator. So I've been looking at getting one of those Honda ones. I would love to get a solar one, but as far as a one, you got to get a gas one first, one that will work no matter what. One that's tested, true, it's going to work. And then you can get the solar one that doesn't make noise. So that's something I want to get into. I've been getting into more kinds of fermentation. I've been making what a lot of people consider prison wine. You can find it here on YouTube. Look up Pawpaw. It's P-A-P-A. Pawpaw wine. And it's like this old guy in overalls with a white beard. And he's making wine in ocean spray bottles. He takes out 2 cups of the juice. He puts in like a cup and a half of sugar and a quarter teaspoon of yeast. And then shakes it up and lets it sit for a month. I have done that a few times now, and I'll tell you what, it's absolutely delicious. and I have gotten quite a few bottles that I really need to process, and we never got around to doing the other thing with the Boomer Shroomer thing either. Yeah. So that's another thing. I haven't really talked about it very much for a lot of reasons, but um into mycology now. That's fun. So if you know what mycology is, that's the study of fungus. So we're studying funguses. It's been interesting. Yes. Been prepping since '08. Getting out of Iraq as a grunt. I wanted to be better prepared. You know what? For me, it's totally different, man. I fucking mad respect, first of all, Savage. I wish. Irish tells me about all his back, stories and stuff, and I just sit there in awe, thinking about what I was doing during that time, wasting my life. And I'm, to this very day, I still waste time waiting, because sometimes I have nothing to do but wait. Not to mention, I have to fight my own nature. See, I don't know how you were brought up, Savage. I don't know how Irish was brought up, but y'all were brought up different. Well, I kind of know. I mean, I've talked Irish, but I wasn't there, right? The way I was brought up was different. And life choices, things like that. For me, doing things that involve getting my ass off off of a chair or whatever, for a long time that was a thing, right? And now it's almost like everything I used to hate, I now crave. When I was a kid, I hated living in the country. Now all I want to do is live in the country. When I was a kid, I hated Sabbath and going to church. Now I love Sabbath, and I try to keep it as much as possible, and I enjoy going to my church, even though I'm very concerned about my church family, especially the people who are running and it's one family running the entire kids division of education. In fact, they educate some of the kids at home for the parents, and they are educating them incorrectly, in my opinion. Extremely incorrectly. And I'm a little concerned about that. Now, the new pastor that's coming in is a friend of mine from high school, which is really cool, because I did go to a Christian high school, and somehow he got the pastor job at this church that I go to. And I mean, I only had the 1 year with him because he was a senior when I was a freshman. But I mean, he's a really nice guy. So we'll see. We'll see. And I pray for these people, because I don't really know if I can do anything. I mean, you can tell them your opinion, but you got to be careful with that. I don't want to cause issues. All right? I don't want to be that guy. I want to be a blessing, not a curse. I want to be a fruitful vine, not a religious nut. You know what I'm saying? You gotta try and really pray about it and know how to handle those situations. So I'm taking my time with it. You were brought up in a small country town in Ohio. Fair, but rough. Dad, 3 sisters, tons of freedom, had chores, responsibilities, went to church, played local sports, and ran around with kids all day. I'm a lot concerned. Bunch of small town boys having fun. That is awesome. Yeah, I didn't have any kids to run around with and hang out with. When I was a kid, I was homeschooled until 4th grade. When I went to 4th grade, I went to a Christian school. And then I had a few friends there I was really excited about. And then I don't know why, but I was not able to go back for 5th grade. And now I did get in trouble there for stealing. Somebody had a transformer that I really liked back in the 80s, and I wanted it. And I got in trouble for that. But I didn't get to go back for 5th grade. I think I went to public school for 5th and 6th. And I got made fun of relentlessly because I was overweight. And didn't like that very much. And then we moved from Maricopa up to the small town north of Prescott. And was going to another church school for a little bit, and I was a troublemaker in the church school because I was, well, standing up for myself for people who were bullying me or whatever. And I got in trouble with there, so I had to go back to public school, which was even worse. And then I went to the Christian high school, which was a boarding school when I was, yeah. So I started gaining weight when I was 9 years old. By the time I got out of high school, I was probably 350, 375, close to that. And then once I got out of high school, I didn't eat nearly as healthy and I wasn't nearly as active. And that's when I ballooned up. And by 2001, I got up to 500, over 550 pounds. Well, about 525 pounds. So, just got really down on myself, started hating myself, still do to this day sometimes, get down on myself and hate myself. And like, you wasted this amount of time of your life kind of self. I was on Section 8 housing. We've been through a lot. Like everybody does. I'm sure everybody goes through a lot. That's why I don't usually talk about it, because everybody goes through shit. Right? We all go through our day. But it's not been an easy path. And I try to be a better person. That's all you can do. Right? So I try to read my Bible more, which is difficult because the words just, I might have to read it on my iPad or something, or have it read it to me. But then I got to be careful with that because I don't trust some of these new translations. I worry about this, man. There's a lot of devious stuff out there. And but I have been enjoying looking into that quite a bit lately. Nothing wrong with Christian schools. Well, the Christian school that I went to as a high schooler, I sent my daughter to, thinking that she would have the same experience I did. Now, she did gain her independence, like I had gained mine from my parents, which actually, for me anyway, it was a bad thing, because I love my little girl. And it's absolutely heartbreaking that she, got that independence. Because before that, it was kind of me and her versus the world kind of stuff. And so there's a lot of in my past that, nothing I can do about it. It's where we are now, right? It's where we are now. And it just sucks. I wish it was a little bit different. But she's independent now. Her experience wasn't like mine. That school and that religion, it's been corrupted, in my opinion. I think the Seventh-day Adventists as a religion have been corrupted. They originally stood for what the Bible said, and only for what the Bible said. And if it didn't say, now I have a few friends who say, you know what, but I know people and I love people who are certain ways, and even though it says that the Bible is against that, if I have to answer for loving people, then so be it. And I get that. We can still love people. I have no problem with loving everybody. But there's plenty of stuff in the New Testament in red letters about it. Right? And I think you can love somebody and not love the act. And I think that has been very divisive, which is unfortunate, and I understand why. I know people. I know people that are like that. I pray for them very hard. I love them very much. And I pray very hard for them every day. However, I am concerned that it's, and I'm not even saying that it's their choice anymore. I used to. Oh, I used to. I was like, well, if I wanted to, I could, right? And if I could, just because I want to, then that doesn't count as that doesn't count as something that, you know, should be in my view higher than other things. Um, but the more I've looked into it, I think a lot of people, and it's funny too, because in the Seventh Day Adventist religion, a lot of them were vegetarians, even some vegans, right? And they wouldn't even drink caffeine, right? No drugs of any kind. Not caffeine. Caffeine was considered a drug. Oh, you were a bad Adventist if you had a drink with caffeine in it. You could have a caffeine-free soda, but that was pushing it because very health conscious people. In fact, the number one like people that live the longest and the healthiest is in Loma Linda, California. Why? Because it's a heavy population of Seventh Day Adventists, and they all were eating these really healthy meals. You know, we were all about the health stuff. Ellen White was our prophet, and she was mostly about health prophecy, but some other stuff too. Anyway, a few times and sent to an alternate school and was a big goof. Oh, hold up. You had a high school buddy that grew up with me and was about your weight, got bigger through middle school. He was a great artist and drew. Yeah, I used to draw. I used to be really good. He got in trouble a few times. Sent to alternate school. He was a big goofball asshole. He finally grew and he finally was made fun of in public school all the time. It was also nice. Yep. Well, I don't know what happened to that guy, but I have to fight it, right? I have to fight my nature. I've luckily, I'd gotten down to 300 pounds on my own. Then I had an ankle injury and I ballooned back up to 400, and then I had a heart condition. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not fucking around anymore. I'm losing years. I've been keeping on up and down. I can keep on up and down. I can't do it again." And now my heart condition's doing well, supposedly, even though yesterday I was feeling a little bit weird, but the numbers are supposedly looking good, so I'm doing really well on that. I'm very blessed physically. The wife is blessed physically. We had a breast cancer scare that not only, I mean, it's not there anymore. It's just gone. It's like they tagged it. They literally tagged it so they could find it, and now it's gone. So good news on that. And on my heart health, I used to be diabetic. I'm no longer diabetic. I still have some swelling in my legs that probably because I don't get enough exercise. That's one thing I need to focus on. But I have always had a hard time self-motivating. Very hard time self-motivating. If any of you have a good idea on how to get self-motivated, I'd be like, oh, I'll even sit here watching motivational videos and just like, yeah, but I have no idea what I want to do. Stuff like that. What up, pre-dawn? Damn, it stinks in here. Yeah, I've been farting a little bit. I'm a little gassy. I'm a little, what do you call it, lactose intolerant now? Yeah. No, we just talking about shit. What else? Real shit. I'm into fermentation, as I said. So I am making, well, the wine I'm making. We have 3 different kinds of juice. We have prune juice wine. We have cranberry juice wine, like straight up bitter ass fucking nasty cranberry juice wine that we're gonna make. And then I have this lemonade wine. It's just, yeah, why not? Let's try it. Yeah, it's gone. What's gone? Make your wine?
Make you poop wine.
Poop wine.
The prune.
Oh, the prune juice? Yeah. Maybe. It was funny. So we were outside the other day, helicopter, ghetto bird, flew right over our house. All of a sudden, we're like, all right, let's go check out what's going on outside. Thing starts going off over the loudspeaker. That's a fine of $12,000. Like, holy shit, he's talking to this guy. You cannot be shining a beam at the aircraft. I'm like, holy shit, did somebody flash an aircraft with a laser beam? Sure enough, I'm on the news app the next day, and sure enough, somebody did right there. Oh man, they busted him. They found him. They found him too. He's like, oh, I didn't mean to. Okay. Surprised they got him though. Hell yeah, Merry Christmas to both of you too, man. Yeah, tomorrow being Christmas. So we just real talking. If this is continuing, that'll be awesome. Fermentation. I got some more pickle nipples. Well, they're called pickle pebbles and pickle pipes. I get those off of Amazon. I recommend them if you want to get into fermentation. I do a lot of my fermentation in mason jars. I have these half-gallon mason jars that are amber color, which are amazing. We had just done a pomegranate wine that was delicious. But it goes really, really quick. And I think I kind of want to strain them next time. What do you think, Nugs? Yeah, I think we're going to strain them. But I need to get that started. I also need to get my mycology grow bed started. We were going to do that. We'll probably do that tonight, maybe, if you want. Love the cauliflower you guys sent. I'm sure the wine will be great.
Man, I'm not sending you no wine. That's ours.
Did we send him cauliflower?
Yeah, a while back.
Oh, was it that pickled cauliflower?
Sweet
The sweet pickled cauliflower? Bro, that shit is delicious. If anybody ever, I haven't made it in a while, but I love doing that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I would love to set up some sort of podcast thing that we do here. Maybe have some people on. Maybe we'll do some fun things like sweet pickled cauliflower. Oh, that would be delicious. I would love to do a video on that or a live stream on it and just talk about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The spice. I had the spicy version and the non-spicy version. You probably got the spicy version. Yeah, that shit's delicious. I gotta make some more of it. It's a little bit of a pain, and well, nowadays with the prices of everything, who knows? But let's see. Was I gonna show anything off here? Let's see. Oh yeah, I was watching something on the Wars of the Info about Tucker and talking about these aliens. They've been talking a lot of Bible stuff too. I really do. I think there's a spiritual battle going on. There's a good versus evil in this world. It's definitely it's fighting. And this election season is going to be very important. I don't think good wins this round either way, even if Trump wins. But it's going to be an interesting year. I really respect you too, man. I don't do shit, bro. I talk a lot. I'm about to do something though, which is actually very scary, as I'm more comfortable with just talking about it. But I've actually given myself a date and time. So, aliens are real. Yeah, that was it. I think it was the something like that, some sort of alien thing with the technology. And the making deals with the devils and stuff like that all the way back to the 40s, right? How there was deals like with the occult and stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know. The more I've looked into it, the more I've tried to look at different news sources. Maybe I'm just going down that crazy train path. Maybe I need a tinfoil hat. I don't know. I don't think evil will prevail. I don't think it will, but I think it'll get right. I think it'll. I think it will be prevailing at the end, right? When like God slash Jesus or whatever, just like no, I'm ending this bullshit. I think that's how it's gonna go down personally, but that's just my own opinion, my own personal belief. You don't have to believe that. Mm. 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 I haven't seen too many of those. Well, we went to this what do you call it? Illusion? Not illusion. It was the tree the light show.
Yeah, it's just it's like a little drive-through Christmas thing.
Yeah, I forget. World of Illumination, I think. Yeah, it's a World of Illumination. It's a drive-through Christmas light show. They sync it up with music. It's really it's okay. They have these little glasses that you can buy overpriced. Thought they were going to be 3D. They were definitely not as cool as they were priced for, but I mean they were okay. Anyway, we drove through that. It took forever. It was all right for the money. And then we're like, hey, let's hit up some Dutch Bros and get some hot chocolate. I'm over there, and wow, we're in Gilbert. This is where the Cardinals play and stuff. This is like got casinos now. They've it's all rich. They've built this place up, and we're over there, and we are very out of place at Dutch Bros. Me, Nugs, and our little old lady, Joyce. We're there waiting on our Dutch Bros. Just so out of place. People from all over, speaking all sorts of different languages. Most of them Spanish, but there were definitely some Middle Eastern languages being spoken as well. And I couldn't wait to get our delicious drinks. So yeah, I don't think things are going well this election season. I don't think that either way it's gonna be good. I think you better be prepared a little bit. Make sure you have plans for if the power goes out. I'm looking at getting a Honda generator. I already said, but I'm gonna be doing that as soon as I can. But I'm also looking at moving out of the state. So I've got to be really careful on that, on what I spend and what I save. In fact, me and Nugs just quit vaping. This is day 3. Day 3 of no vape. And that's going to save us a butt ton of money. So that'll be good. We do still smoke weed. Those aren't okay. Yeah, I know. I know they ain't. Yeah. Flour usually. I do. I think it's going to be bad. I think that both sides. I think both sides are very animated. And I think the the Republican side, people would say that it's mine. Believe me, I might be a conservative. But even I can see that he's not all that, man. He's not going to fix it. He's going to have his own things he's going to want to accomplish. And maybe it prolongs the inevitable, maybe a little bit. I don't know. But imagine if he gets in. Imagine if Trump wins. You think the other side is going to be okay with that? I watch in MSNBC. I watch CNN. If you watch it too, you'd know what they call him, what they refer to him as. And if you're the people who watch that program and buy into that programming, then how could you allow that man to take office? So tell me again, how does this end well? It doesn't end well. We got Russia wanting to go into the Ukraine, looking like they're doing really well. Ukraine, the soldiers that I saw that were having a little dancing party, I don't know if you saw that or if that video is fake or not, but it definitely didn't look promising to me. You got China making moves to go into Taiwan. You got Biden and everything going on with him, bro. It's coming ahead on all fronts. You got the aliens coming down, possibly. I've been looking into ancient aliens, like the pre-civilization before the flood. That shit's amazing. Like some of the stuff that they're finding and how advanced they were back then. They could have been more advanced than we are today. And, you know, as in the days of Noah, says in the book of Revelations. And look, as in the days of Noah, we're creating artificial intelligence. That's man trying to be God. That's exactly what that is. That's blasphemy. Man is trying to create artificial intelligence. As a believer, I'm pretty sure God's not going to have, you know, he's going to probably have an issue with that. He's probably not going to like that very much. So I feel he's going to do something about it, but that's not on me to do anything about it. That's on him. So we'll see. Love the flavor, the earthy taste, the good buzz. Yeah. You can smell the different notes. Oh man, y'all talking about weed. We gotta light a bong. Come on.
On
Thug Life.
On YouTube? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, did I not put that on? Hold on. Thug Life.
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
I was too early on that. Lame. Awkward. I love doing that shit. Come on, Nugs.
Hold on, Mr. Impatient.
Yeah. Let's play that Smoke a Bowl for Two. We're gonna wrap it up here pretty soon.
This is Ice Widow.
Ice Widow.
The indica hybrid.
Indica hybrid. Alright. Thug Life. It's perfectly legal in my state, damn it. I learned everything I know about mycology off of YouTube. Bruh, if they get in trouble for smoking a bong hit, fuck them. Yeah, I do like doing that shit. I have a few of those. We can make myself cry and all sad and stuff. So, well, I guess Nugs, did Nugs get it? Oh, no. I don't know why it's not working. Never mind. Anyway. You gotta see it, East Texas Outlaws, bro. I'm telling you, dude, this shirt used to be tight on me. Alright? Now it's not. I still got a belly, though. Yeah. Google and YouTube are definitely gonna supercharge the censorship. Now the sad face. Okay, hold on. Clean motherfucker. Clean motherfucker. There it is. Rip. Oh yeah, the rip. Alrighty. Winding down. I don't know. Clean motherfucker. Bruh. I'm very happy to see you too. You wanted to see Nugs do the rip. Yeah, Nugs, you want to do the rip? You could probably do it. Oh, by the way, Nugs likes her new shirt. Yeah? You got comments on that one a few times already. Yeah, happy mind, happy life. Yeah. It's funny what you can learn how to do on YouTube. It's not that bad. You can get it shipped to your house. Kind of. Anyway. Yeah, wish you guys, wish you guys would come visit sometime. Maybe you should, maybe y'all take a trip. You know, especially during the winter time, bro. This is probably the best time to take a vacation. It's, gonna be in the 70s or 60s next week. It's gonna be nice. Yeah, no, this is like my favorite shirt now. It's a little loose. I got it. This one, it was a double XL, and now I'm a single XL. So, does he still do that? Probably not. I know I got a little bit of an update on him. I hope he's doing well. If you talk to Cuz, does he have the same phone number? If he has the same phone number, just say yes or no on that, and then let him know. I might text him. It's just been a while, It just feels weird that it's like out of the blue or some shit, But at the same time, I really appreciate the whole letting us stay there kind of thing and the good time. Dude, that was a lot of fun. We had I will forever remember that. That was always fun. That'll always be fun. You wish you had money to travel? Shit, dude. Did you know you can travel by train? Yeah, he has the same number. Yeah, just let him know that I'm going to give him a text. Maybe. If I remember. I don't really have much to talk about, though, Like, hey, and I always feel weird. And that's just part of my weird personality. I never really knew how to make a friend. Like, every time I started to at like a Christian school, I get in trouble. I got moved out or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Let me keep a friend. The one really good friend I had in high school, I believe he's homosexual, and I think he won't talk to me about it. Which really sucks, right? But at the same time, that was back then. That was like back in the 90s, right? And still to this day. And I've seen some photos of his parents and his brother, but I never really see photos of him. Like, I don't ever get to talk to him. Like, after high school, that was it. He was like, I remember I had to go to my 10-year anniversary or reunion for high school because that was the one that he had said that he was going to go to. And so I went to that one thinking he was going to be there, and I haven't really, only talked to him like maybe once, maybe twice since high school on the phone. And it's super weird. Out of all the people that, I went to school with, a lot of them are on Facebook and I can talk to them. A lot of them are gone. A lot of them are just fucking gone. Like, you're all Seventh-day Adventists, bro. Like, you're supposed to be. The ones that believe in the Bible. And you're letting the devil in. You're letting the devil in. I get it. You can love them. You can love them. Bruh. Love them to death. Oh, you're fired. No, do the podcast. Yeah. All right, Nugs, you do the podcast.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
That's what he wanted. What are you doing over there? Playing Clash?
No, I'm chatting.
Oh, you're
See,
chatting.
I'm commenting.
And yeah, she's commenting.
I made a comment.
What was the comment?
Sometimes when you're going through something, it's nice to listen to someone else's drama or news and forget about your own stuff for a few minutes. So I was just going to recommend maybe you just call and say hi and see what happens with the conversation. Maybe you'll figure out some bullshit to talk about.
What, me and Cuz?
Yeah.
Me and Cuz talking? Shit.
Yeah.
What do me and Cuz have in common? Hey, Cuz. You ever eat so many Twinkies that you just puked them all? Oh, actually, have you ever went to an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet, eaten so much that you had to go to the bathroom and puke, and then decided that, hey, you have room, you might as well get some more? Took them for some money that night, didn't I, Nugs? Oh, fat man stories. Yeah, that's about what I got, dude. It's sad. It's pathetic. I don't got good stories. I always feel strange and awkward because my stories are shit. I have nothing to retort with. Would you like to hear about the time I slipped on the ice and couldn't get up for a while, and I flailed around, big fat guy on on ice in the McDonald's parking lot? Hmm. That was funny. Yeah. Hell yeah, Nugs, cuz is through some stuff. That's a great comment. Call it cuz he would love it. He'll have more to tell you than yeah. No, I bet he does. I bet he does. I mean, I'd love to go visit Texas. I used to want to move to East Texas, but as I said, yeah, Southern Indiana seems really good because I could come up and see your ass not too bad either, dude. Maybe Ebomi. I never talked to Ebomi. It's been forever since I talked to Ebomi. So that one is super strange for me because I don't really have much to talk to him about other than I know, the same thing, I wish tell Ebomi, I'll tell everybody. I wish you the best this election season. Be careful. And I mean there's going to be a lot of negative stuff on both sides. I'm going to try to keep it positive. And I am going to try to keep it real, like do a real talk kind of thing where we, I don't know, discuss me trying to better myself. I now am a business owner, technically, and I am forcing myself into a situation that is uncomfortable. So we'll see if I sink or swim. I honestly don't know. I know that I need a change, and I think I need to give up video games altogether, which really sucks because I like video games, especially since I get to play with my daughter. Um, so the playing with my daughter ones, I'm gonna probably have the hardest time giving those up. Sorry. But other kind of games that I get around playing, if I'm not playing games back in the day, I was either playing games or I was watching the news. The problem is I don't really have much space. I don't have much places to do things or opportunities to do stuff. And the things that I probably do have opportunities to do, I'll make excuses for why I can't. Just because that is the person that I have to fight every day to see if I'm actually going to have a productive day or not. Some days I actually have a productive day and I get shit done. And that is a big improvement from what it was just a few years ago. Started with me starting to take out the trash. I was like, you know what, Nugs? Maybe I could help out around the house a little bit. And it is definitely improved. So every day trying to do a little bit more, and sometimes I fall back into that trap and I don't get damn thing done. Not a damn thing. And in fact, the last few weeks have been a lot of that. So I'm hoping that pretty soon I'll get back on track. The debt thing, as I said, is very good. I think I owe like 600 more bucks. And I'll be out of debt. And hopefully get me a credit card and get into some sort of good credit situation. Because after the crash of the housing market, which may or may not happen, but, I think may. So if it does, that's when I want to be ready. I want to be ready to go for a place, some land, and I'm still hoping to get our piece. So that's what I hope that this channel will be, is kind of a podcast of stuff that I want to talk about, and getting our piece of land and our progress to get into that. So we'll see if it happens. That, and we'll talk about the Lord too, because damn it, He's been a lot in my life lately, and a lot on my mind. So, you wish you could meet. Wait, the ice story is great. I rolled around. Yeah, I hated it, dude. Oh, it's the most embarrassing thing. And I had to get up like a football player, like a 3-point stance, because it's just too fucking fat to get up with one leg. I didn't have enough muscle. As you can tell, like I'm pretty skinny. Um, Underneath all that fat, there wasn't much muscle because I was sitting around not doing much. So I never had a lot of muscle. We could meet here and run to. Yeah, no shit. That's what I want to do. Yeah. So Southern Indiana, man, that's the dream. That's the hope. We're hoping to do it late March, early April, but the way things are going. Oh, one other thing, one last thing I want to talk about before I go is when do you know it's time to put down your dog? Now, if some people watch this on a replay, please comment on that. Boy, if you're watching at this point, congratulations. You guys are awesome. But I'm concerned about that. My dog, Roxy, I love her to death, but she's got hip dysplasia now. And just walking, and we don't have a yard, so she doesn't get a lot of exercise. I'm trying to be better with that, but she's got hip dysplasia, and it's starting to, make me sad. I'm giving her some medication for it. We're hoping that that'll help, but if you got medications that that help for that, let me know. At the same time, we've got to be concerned. Like, we've already spent, what was it, like $4,000 on a life-saving operation for her just like 6 months to a year ago, like last March. Yeah, it was last March. I don't think I can afford it. And she's also hacking, which I don't know. Doctors didn't think much about that. Thought it might be allergies. I don't know what it is. But, I'm concerned. Like, I don't want her to suffer. But at the same time, I want my peace. But I want it not just for me. I want it for her, too. Right? The whole idea is that we get a place for all of us. Me and my girls. And the dog. And, we're hoping soon, but at the same time, it's getting difficult. You know what I mean? All right. See you later, Pre-Dawn. You're out of here. Have a great one. I'm out of here as well. Thank you all for listening to me ramble on. And I will try to do this again next week if Google will allow it. Hopefully I've behaved. I really didn't mean to give any kind of advice at all, either way, or be disrespectful to anybody of any side or belief. So hopefully that was conveyed throughout the video, because I would like to continue having real conversations about things that are interesting to me. All right. We'll talk to you guys later. And this will probably still not have any kind of audio, but peace out. Where's the end screen?